I've loved being in Pittsburgh. This is for my new friends that I've made in Pittsburgh.
Amen.
My father woke me up early this morning when it was still dark. He shook me by the shoulder, leaning in close to my face. His cigarette was so close to me the smoke stung my eyes. His breath smelled like coffee and whiskey. He didn't seem to be able to keep his hands still. He told me to wash my face, to brush my teeth, to put on my Sunday suit. He was already wearing his. All the way down the hall to the elevator, he kept stopping me, adjusting my tie, my collar, only looking at my throat, never at my face. I waited until we got down to the street to ask where we were going. First, he said, "I don't know." Then a minute later, he said, "Church. We're going to the roof of the church." I didn't talk the whole way. The whole way he kept putting his hand in his jacket and wincing. Then he would take his flask out of his pocket and drink out of it, all the while whispering, sort of like he was praying, but also like he was pleading, begging for something from someone I couldn't see. I didn't say a word. As I watched him slamming his shoulder into the back door of the church until the lock broke. As we walked up the stairs and again he broke open the door that said roof access and it swung outwards. We stepped out onto the shingles, onto the flat part in the middle, and the pigeons hurried away when they saw us coming. And I could see the whole city, and I could see our building, and I could see my window, and I could see my bus, and I said, "Dad, I'll be late for school." And he said, "No, you won't." And then he said, "Don't you trust me, Isaac?" And I said, "Of course I do." And then he lay down on his back and told me to lie down next to him, and we lay there for a long time. Then after a while he started whispering again, and I couldn't understand him. Then he stopped, and he rolled over on top of me with his legs on either side of my body and sat up. "Don't move," he said. "No matter what, don't move." And he reached out with his right hand, and he undid my tie, and he undid my buttons all the way down, all the while his left hand tucked into his jacket. When my chest was bare, it felt cold. He took one more drink. Then he looked me in the face for the first time all morning, and he said, "I love you." Then he pulled his hand out of his coat, holding a kitchen knife. "I love you, Isaac," he said. "God knows I love you."